Alright, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Super 6 of the Lagos State Cricket League Division 2. The game we're witnessing right now is between Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 2 and Pioneers Cricket Club. Both sides qualified from Division 1, sorry, I beg your pardon, from Division 2. From Division 2 into the Super 6, Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club came third on the table, with Pioneers Cricket Club staying fourth on the table. So both sides will be looking to win the game each to ensure that they get a chance to get into Division 1. Oh, the toss was taken earlier on before the start, as usual and tradition as it is, and Pioneers Cricket Club won the toss and elected to bowl first. We have jersey number 11, Kelvin, who is opening the bowling for Pioneers Cricket Club. Pioneers putting on their traditional red top and red pants. Austin Reagan putting on a blue face cap and a green inner shirt. They're picking up the ball. I'll quickly run us through the team list of both sides. Firstly, let me run you through the team list of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 2 has the captain Yusuf Ramon Abdurrahman. You have Yusuf Usman, Ariola Alabi, full toss on the ground, not utilized. You have Ariola Alabi, you have Dada Tolu Alashe, Joseph Daniel, who is the non-striker. You have Fatai Fawaz, who is the strike batter. You have Ogunlola Dennis, Garuba Olua Sheun, Mogaji Sheun, Mogaji Sultan. Very well played, found the gap between Gully and third slip. 2 runs taken by the batters. Good running in between the wickets by the two batters. Just to quickly round up the Ibeju Lekki 2 team list, you have Oyesonya Wale Yemi Amusa, and the 12th man is Tawid Yusuf. For Pioneers Cricket Club, the captain for today, in the absence of their captain Zil Ibe, you have Amonakai Vincent Clement. Aregan Peter is the vice captain. Lawal Dayo is the wicket keeper. Goal, lovely shot there. 1 run taken. 3 runs already in 1 over. Aregan Austin, Mogaji Salim, Bakari Kende, Ogun Diron Timileyin, Abduganu Abdullahi, Grace Olumide, popularly known as AJ Boris, Agbonegbe Kelvin, and Agada Ebuka. The 12th man is Alimi Yusuf. And after the end of the first over, four runs, no, 3 runs taken already. So it's 3 runs on the board for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 2. And opening, coming to bowl from the football pitch, and is Salim Salau. Oh, I beg your pardon, Salim Mogaji. I think all the Mogaji's brothers are playing today. All the Mogaji brothers are playing today, so it's going to be good to see a family, 1 on the opposite side and 2 on the opposite side, playing together. It's 3 runs on the board, no wicket lost, 1 over. So I'm sure a lot of people will be thinking, how many overs is the game? The Super 6 is actually T20 format, but due to some delay in the start of this first game, it's going to be a 12 overs game we'll be witnessing. So both sides will be playing 12 overs. Daniel Joseph now on strike up for his side. Very well bowled by Salim Mogaji, keeping the ball low, forcing Fawaz to play forward defensive. Lovely shots there by Fawaz, finding the gap between points and covers. Played it above covers' head, and the outer pitch is quite slow, so the batters would need to use their feet to run all the runs that they could muscle up for their side. But at the end, I would have expected them to go for 2, but they only just eventually took 1 run. Salim Mogeji to Fawaz Fatai, asking questions, trying to look for the edge of the bat. It's a very, very tough game between both sides. Both sides are quite familiar with each other, so it's not going to be a different ball game entirely. That's the first extra being bowled by the Parnell side, and Salim was the bowler to bowl the first extra. Umpires for today, Wale Adekoya and Salako Aziz. The match referee is Yemi Adigbola, and the scorer for today is a certified ICC scorer, May Not Allow. And that dot ball will bring us to the end of the over. After 2 overs, it's 6 runs on the board. No wicket lost. At this point in time, I expect the Lekki cricket opening batters to take advantage of the power play. We've seen 2 overs of the power play being taken, now the last 2 overs, and it's just 6 runs on the board. At this point, I would have expected the Lekki side to have probably pushed up the run rate, because you can have 11 wickets at hand and playing 12 overs cricket and eventually end up scoring less than a 70. Kelvin coming in from the soon to be constructed sports hostel end. Pushed towards covers. Clement and Salim couldn't do anything, and the batters went for 1. Kelvin coming into bowl, played casually. At this point in time, I'm actually looking at what pioneers are actually bowling to the Ibeju openers. They're bowling more of a shot of a good length out volley to the bowlers, but coming up into their bat. So I would have expected the batters to take advantage of it. Kelvin has just 1 man at deep mid wicket for him outside the boundary. That's what is it, but played it straight to Peter, who was at covers, and Ibeju Lekki has just lost their first wicket. Daniel Joseph is going to take that long walk back to the back to the dugout of the Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. And coming in at number 2 is the big man, Nigeria number 1 groundsman in person of Yemi Amusa, coming in to bat at number 3. Six for 1 after 2.4 overs.
Powers. Push it 20 over so.
Yemi Amusa is the new batter in at number 3. Putting on jersey number 9 is known as AJ Boris. He played his trade with Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club IMCC, but decided to return back to Pioneers Cricket Club. And Yemi Amusa taking his guard. Kelvin coming to bowl his last 2 balls in this over. He's bowling the second over. Still 6 runs on the board. Can Yemi push up the momentum of the runs for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club? 2. Played across the line. Good intent, but didn't wait for the ball to come towards him. He just swung his bat without putting his face and his feet close to the ball. Yemi needs to stay and push himself in. The easiest way to score the runs is to push around, especially for the fact that you're just the new batter in the crease. Last ball. That should be a wide ball on the leg side. Yes, a signal there by umpire Wale Adekoya. And that was played up into the air by Yemi Amusa. And Peter has taken 2 catches in the space of 1 over. And Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club has just lost the big man Yemi Amusa. And it's 6 for 2 after 4 overs. Yemi will feel disappointed with himself. He's looking at his bat, but he's taking that log walk back. And now Pioneers Cricket Club will be telling themselves that they have a very big game, and the team manager and the player of the side in person of Garubert having a discussion to the new batter going into bat at number 4. Tolu Lokpedada is the new batter having a discussion with Yemi Amusa what the ball is actually doing, and you can see Garubert there telling Fawaz, you need to open up and start scoring the runs. And Garubert taking off. I think Fawaz needs a face cap, and that is what Garuba is just about to give him. Pioneers seems to be running through Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club today. 2 wickets in 1 over. 6 runs on the board. 4 overs gone. Peter has just taken 3 catches in 1 over. Ibeju Lekki playing all 3 balls to the same field, and that's Peter who was staying at covers. And it just seems like the Ibeju Lekki cricket batting side do not have a game plan. Now the question is, what do they need to do? Losing 3 wickets in 1 over It seems totally so impossible to come out from. It's a 12 overs cricket game, and Garuba, the team manager, with Dennis himself now discussing with the new batter going in. Wonder what the discussion will be. Is it to keep your wicket or just keep pushing around? Forget the big shot. Just keep pushing around. Alabi is the new batter going in. Pioneers are so much on top of this game today. 3 wickets in 1 over. A 7 for 3 after 3 overs. Selim putting on jersey number 22. Austin Aregan rearranging the field set. Selim has only 2 men on the 2 fielders on the offside. The Aregan brothers, Austin at mid-on and Peter at square leg. Keep your head and the bat close, and that ball would have raced on the offside to the boundary, but rather took his face away. Good ball in there by Selim. First ball of the 4th over. He has second slip, third slip, back of the point, points, covers, and mid off. Very well pushed there by Selim, but could only find Bakari at covers again. Dead ball signal there by the umpire. Selim misjudged his run up and decided to take time and not just bowl when he didn't know what he was meant to bowl. Straight to second slip. 3 more balls to be bowled. No runs still scored in this over. Two more balls to be bowled.
pay, can't watch you.
All right then, after 4 overs, it's 9 runs on the ball, 3 wickets, 8 more overs to be bowled. Kelvin coming to bowl his 3rd over, but it seems like the Kelvin is saying he wants to cut off and have 1 over to himself. Austin Arega now coming into the attack from the Iwaya end, like Shenwa Jidagba used to say. Austin, the big man, a former experienced captain of the Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, I beg your pardon, of Pioneers Cricket Club. Played all his trade with the same side, even at Division 1 and Division 2. I think Austin is trying to say his brother should bowl. Wait, hear me. So officially now Pioneers have decided to go with Peter Aregan, who took 3 catches in the 3rd over of this game. Now, can he take wickets coming from around? That looks like a wide ball. Yes, signaled there by umpire Wale Adekoya, wide ball. Peter starting with a wide. That might look real costly to the side later on. That looks like another wide ball. Yes, it's another wide ball. 2 runs given already in this over. 2 freebies and no ball has been bowled yet. The Pioneers side encouraging themselves now. Peter coming from over the wicket. That should be another wide. Yes, 3 wide balls already. Now the big question is, what can his brother, who is at mid-off, talk to him? Clement, the captain of the side, telling Austin, need to talk to your brother. Austin decides to say, you know what, Peter, take the bull by the horn. Very well played. Can Kelvin take that catch? Ooh, Kelvin trying to take the catch. Tough luck there. Alabi goes big, but couldn't beat Kelvin, who was at mid-wicket. Pioneers has only had 2 fielders on the offside. 3rd man, and now Kelvin, who would be at deep extra covers. He was initially at mid-wicket. Now 3rd man is coming in, and now they have deep extra covers and mid-wicket, who are the 2 batters, who are the 2 fielders outside. I think there's a change of field again. Okay, yes, now they have a 3rd man and a deep mid-wicket. Straight 2 points. No run taken. Ibeju needs to understand the fact that they need to start taking advantage of this sloppy fielding by Pioneers. Pioneers is doing really well on the field. Very well bowled there by Peter. Umpire declared a wide ball. think, yeah, definitely that must be a white ball. The umpire Wale Adekoya signaling to the scorer that that is a white ball. Fawaz pushed towards back of the point, picked up by jersey number 30 for Pioneers Cricket Club. 1 run taken. Good running in between the wickets by the batters. They need to just rotate the strike. Technically, I just expect Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club to be rotating the strike at this point in time. Forget the big shots, just rotate the strike. Keep the runs taken, keep the board going. When you get to the last 4 overs, then you can go all explosive. Peter going back to his run up, thought he could continue with that, but decides to go back to his run up. "3-6 not given LBW, but that looks like the ball was going down towards the leg side. Played with the bat into the pad. Alabi. And now I'm going to show you something right now. You could see the whole Ibeju Lekki Cricket's bench. You have Osman, Yusuf, and Sheikh Gariba on the ropes, and Dada as well. They know they need to score runs if they're going to have any chance of winning this game. Goes big, lovely shot. That should be 4 runs. Well played. Middle of the bat. And the first boundary of the game has been scored by Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. And that 4 runs should bring us to the end of the 5th over. It's 19 runs on the board, 5 overs gone, still 3 wickets. Change of bowling. Change of bowling for Pioneers Cricket Club. Ajao Olumide is the new bowler coming into bowl from the football field end. The 2 batters are having a discussion in the middle, telling themselves, look, we need to take advantage of this new bowler. Rotate the strike must have been the instruction passed across to them. Wicketkeeper chased that dial, but the batters were quick on their feet. First ball being bowled by AJ Boris was actually short of a good length on the leg side. Batters saw it and took advantage of it, but he couldn't hit that all the way to the boundary. He's requesting for water. I'm actually asking myself, what does he need water for? He has only stayed for just 5.1 overs, hasn't faced much balls, and requesting for water. That's what you need to do. Lovely shot there by Fawaz. That should go to the boundary for 4. Yes, it has. Lovely shot from Fawaz. Picked up the loose ball on the leg side and played that perfectly well. Timed it, and no one on the field moved. that has gone to the boundary for 4. 6 runs in 2 balls. And you can see the Lekki side now are all on the ropes now. Telling forwards, use your head, you're the man there in. You can actually score the runs for us. Now Austin is taking himself down towards long on. Full toss. Mogaji couldn't hold on to that, but was quick on the recovery. And no run taken. Fawaz needs to stay longer on the field if he's going to have any chance of scoring runs. Full straight on the ground. I expect that Fawaz should have hit that straight on the ground. Lovely shot there by Fawaz. Straight to back Kende at covers. No runs taken.
What's up?
And after 6 overs, it's 25 runs on the ball, 3 wicket lost.
No, I should sit down here.
Just seems like they need to find a way. Abdul Ganiu is the new bowler coming into bowl from the Iwaya end. I think he's going to be a spin bowler. Yes, he's a spin bowler. So I'm now looking at the field set. Austin is trying to make adjustments to the field. Traditionally, if he's going to bowl the off spin, he needs to have long and long of deep mid wickets and backward of square, and have one man probably at deep extra covers, or third man depending on how he's bowling. But because it's a left-hander, I would have expected him to have a mid wicket and a deep extra covers, but what he has is just the mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep extra covers.
Ibeju.
Full toss, played straight towards Kende Bakari at longer for 1 run. Fawaz played straight towards Mogaji at points. Fawaz needs to get himself off strike or keep rotating the strike, because Alabi is really hitting the ball. So why not allow the batter who knows how to hit the ball stay more on strike? Short ball, found the gap between point and covers, but could only get to deep extra covers where Kelvin is. 1 run taken. Alabi now on strike. He needs to go big at this time. He has hit the boundary already. Pushes straight back to the bowler. No run taken. Dot ball. Lovely shot. Straight towards deep extra covers. That should be a leg by AJ Boris. Went with the posture of the batter. So also was the wicketkeeper. And the umpire Wale Adekoya signaling a leg by to end the over. And this particular over
29.
takes Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 2 to 29 runs. Only 4 runs was considered in that over. 29 runs on the board. 7 overs. Still 3 wickets. Ibeju now beginning to rotate the strikes
Who they go?
with Ebuka, the new bowler, coming into bowl from the football pitch end. Now I think Pioneers are trying to use all their bowlers within the short period of time. Yes, it's a 12 overs game, so each bowler is permitted to bowl 2 overs each. So Pioneers has used Kelvin. They've used, I beg your pardon, 3 overs per bowler. Kelvin has bowled, Mogaji has bowled 2 overs each. We've seen Peter bowl. We've seen Ajao bowl, and now we're seeing Ebuka coming into bowl from the football pitch end. He has Fawaz to contend with. Fawaz trying to beat slips, but could only find Ajao right there. Fawaz needs to just rotate the strike, find the gaps in the space, pushed up a little. Austin couldn't get onto that, has a run out chance. Not quick to throw. Good run in by Fawaz, quick on his feet. 1 run taken. The whole Ibeju duck out and now at the ropes. They're asking themselves, how many runs do we need to put on the board if we're going to even have a chance of defeating Pioneers Cricket Club? And now Austin readjusting the field, played straight, could only find back a run out chance, not taken quickly. I think there's an injury already. Oh, he was actually stamping his feet. That's Kende Bakari who threw the ball. That should be a wide ball. Yes, it is a wide ball, and the batters have gone for one, taking advantage of the wicketkeeper not holding onto the ball. 1 run taken. Lovely shots there by Fawaz. Angle those bats towards the gully region where Pioneers don't have a fielder there, and they were able to go for 1 run.
Good morning.
It just seems like Ebuka's over doesn't want to just end. Lovely shot. Straight towards deep mid wicket. Can the batters go for two? Yes, good running in between the wicket by the two batters. Taking advantage of the sloppy fielding from the fielder at deep mid wicket, and they were quick on their feet to go for 2 runs. That's what Ibeju needs to do. Take advantage of those twos. Once the ball goes towards the boundary, you know that it's definitely a slow outfield. You need to run all those balls with your feet, and that is what they do. If you can't get the boundary, run. Played up. Can the ball get to the boundary? Yes, it has. Lovely shots there by Alabi. Picked up the loose ball, shot of a good length, swung his bat. And that has raced to the boundary for 4. After 8 overs, there's 39 runs on the board. Still 3 wickets. These two batters are holding on to themselves and encouraging themselves and telling themselves, look, we need to stay to the end and we just need to keep scoring the runs. It just seems like Pioneers needs to find a new set of bowling pair, because after Kelvin and Mogaji did the damages in the first 4 overs, it just seems like Pioneers' bowling tactics is just not working again to their game plan, and the two batters are beginning to take advantage of it. I'm probably guessing it's because it's a right-hander and a left-hander both on the field, so it's probably destabilizing the bowlers in terms of where to pitch the ball. But hey, this is cricket. Fawaz pushes it towards back of the point, picked up by Mogaji. 1 run. Austin having a discussion with the bowler. Maybe now he's telling him, look, you need to bowl the ball at a certain area now that you have a left-hander in. Now, since you know the left-hander is a big hitter, what you should do at this point in time, if I were the captain of Pioneers Cricket Club, I would have had my long on much straighter and my long off straighter as well. Then move my deep mid-wicket. Lovely square cut shot. Ebuka picks that up, but quick to prevent the batters from going for 2. I have with me here the man who has always run away from the comms box, but he's back with us here, maybe because we're in his territory, so he decides to join us here at the commentary box. He'll be taking proceedings up from here. Show, good morning.
Good morning to our wonderful viewers all over the world. Super excited to be here, and it's not out of place if I say Happy New Year to all our viewers all over the world. This is history in the making. Oh, gone. 4th wicket down, and I was talking about history in the making. This is the first time in the history of the club cricket committee that we're having a Super 6 in Division 2. We've always had Super 4 in Division 1, and that's where the top 4 teams square up against one another. But this time around, the format changed in Division 2, and we had teams playing against one another once, and then the top 6 teams eventually face off at the Unilag Cricket Oval. Ibeju won the toss. Pioneers won the toss. All right. I thought I had a discussion with Yemi Musa, and he gave me that upload and download that Ramon, the captain, won the toss and elected to bat. They need to score runs, knowing that this is not a 20 overs game. It's a 12 overs game, and we are currently in the 9th over.
Yes.
42 runs for 4. The left-hander is trying to push those runs, knowing that they need to score a considerable number of runs that will be enough for them to defend in the second innings. Like we always say in cricket, no runs.
Four wickets down. 43, 4 wickets down.
Good running in between the wicket. Like we say in cricket, there is no runs that cannot be defended. And with the bowl, the bat. We've come to the end of the 9th over.
44.
44 runs for loss of 4 wickets. What a tally!
Overs.
9 overs gone. You mean at this juncture, knowing that you have 3 more overs left, what am I going to be doing with all those wickets? Just start hitting out. There's nothing you want to do anymore. 44 runs, 4 wickets down, 9 overs gone. We are going into we have just 3 more overs to go. There's nothing to do to keep those wickets. Start hitting out, because at this stage you need about 10 runs per over. So by the end of that 12th over, you should be on maybe an 80 runs or thereabout, which is still a defendable runs.
On this field, Shell, right? University of Lagos, we've seen where you can score less than 70 and still defend it. This will be the first time if Ibeju Lekki scores less than 70 and they eventually win. But anything less than 50 on this field, it's going to be totally difficult to defend. So I would have expected Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club at this point in time, just like we said, put up the best case, take it ball per ball. You know what? Every ball we must score a run. If you take it 1 runs per ball, you have a total of 30, almost 24 to 25 runs. That gives you a very good advantage with a couple of runs they have on the board.
Well, I have a different and a contrary opinion to that. Every run counts, and this is 9.2 no runs. You can't afford to start dotting those balls at this stage.
Yeah, at this point in time, Show, let's give kudos to the bowling tactics of Pioneers Cricket Club. At first I thought it was a little bit shaky, but Austin Aregan took the mentorship and managed the bowlers well, keeping himself off the bowling today. And the bowlers have really done justice with the ball. Bringing back Mogaji back into the attack for his side has really been a very good tactics by the experienced player, but he's not the captain of the side today.
Yeah, but for me, the left hand batter looks more like the guy that can clear the fence rather than the right hand batter, because after 3 balls you are on 2 runs. This is not acceptable. This is the 4th ball in this over, and you have 3 runs. This is not what we envisage. So for me, I would have thought that the left hand batter should take charge and should start counting those balls. He seems to be the guy that is constituting that positive nuisance in the batting crease. So he should take charge from this position. He can clear the fence, and he seems to be the one that can cause damage for the bowling of Pioneers.
No ball declared there by the umpire, Wale Adekoya. I think it's probably because 6 fielders are outside the inner circle. You have Kelvin was at backward of square. You have mid wicket. You have long on. You have long off. You have deep extra covers. Yeah, they have 6 fielders on the fine leg also was up, so now they have the real fat fielders outside.
Credit umpire, vastly experienced Wale Adekoya.
Oh, lovely shots, lovely shots. That's what you need. opened up the full face of the bat. Even though we both said that the outer field is quite slow, but they were able to take advantage. And now just another sloppy fielding again from Pioneers Cricket Club.
You need to start putting the fielders under pressure. That is very imperative. Knowing that when both of them first met, it was Pioneers getting the better of Ibeju. So it's either a case of confirming your supremacy or revenge. If it's confirming of supremacy, it means if Pioneers beat Ibeju, they must have confirmed their supremacy that we beat you at CMS Grammar School, we beat you at Unilag Cricket Oval. But if Ibeju revenge, then of course it will be a sweet victory for them. Can they go for 2? Yes, they go for it. And you have to say that they are doing exactly what we asked them to do, which is start scoring those runs and ticking those boxes.
Yeah, but to me it's just coming quite a little bit late. If this had been done in the 5th, 6th, 7th over, they would have probably surpassed these 55 runs that they currently have after 10 overs and for just 4 wickets. If they were scoring these runs early on, they would have had a lot of runs, but it's never too late. They have just 2 more overs to bowl. That's 12 balls. What can they do? The Pioneers bringing in a new fresh bowler in person of Bakari Kehinde. He's going to be bowling from what you used to say, the Iwaya end.
Yeah, Iwaya end. And we have to say that maybe we need to ask those who should know, people like Taiwo Oladunjoye, captain of Rocks of Abeokuta, and they are facing Mondao Cricket Club, if my memory serves me right. He should be sharing with us the kind of format we are experiencing. The team's going to play one another, or you're just going to play a particular team, because we know that only 2 teams would gain promotion to Division 1. And Rocks said, we came here, we want to return to where we belong. We don't belong in Division 2. So let's see how it pans out. What an interesting game we have on our hands. The man is going for everything, and like we said, they need to start scoring those runs. Nothing less than 10 runs per over.
5-5.
Now it's 55 runs, Bones. So that's just like what Shane was trying to say. I'm privileged to be able to tell us how the Super 6 would go. Lovely shots there on the ground towards the onside. Salim was quick on his feet to pick that up. The Super 6 is a round robby. It's a round robby where you have all sides play against each other twice, and the 2 top teams with the highest points and a very good net run rate.
I just got an information from Taiwo Oladunjoye, captain of Rocks of Abeokuta, who told me that Mondao Cricket Club beat them the first time they met, and now they just want to revenge that loss on a better pitch. He has given us the information that everyone would play themselves. So that means by virtue of playing the Super 6, each team will be playing 5 matches, and at the end of the 5 matches, we will then decipher which team have scored the most points. The top 2 that scores the most points automatically gains promotion to Division 1. Thank you, Taiwo Oladunjoye, for that explicit explanation.
Just like you said, Sean, the left-hand batter is taking advantage of all the loose balls being bowled, and he has been doing that perfectly well. Finding the gap, swinging his bat was the essence of having 6 wickets when you have less than 6.1 overs to be bowled.
There's no point for having those wickets if you don't get to win, because in local parlance they ask you waiting again.
Waiting again, exactly. Oh, lovely shot again from Alabi, straight on the ground. I think now Ibeju will be telling themselves, look, let's just have a target of 70 and we probably will have something to defend, as they are currently on 67 runs.
But hey, that would be a low target. You said 70 when we are still in the second to the last over, more like the penultimate over.
Let's not give it away. Pioneers will definitely be using Kelvin at the last over, and Kelvin has been extremely very good today.
But hey, this is also an over where they go for anybody. It comes down to somebody who is vastly experienced, but they go for any ball, irrespective of what Kelvin will be bringing to the table. They will not respect Kelvin, knowing that this is the last over and we just need to.
Strange as it is, Sean, the bowler who's going to be bowling the last over happens to be the man known as Austin Aregan.
Yeah.
He's putting on jersey number 10, so he's taking his run up, bowling from the football field, and Pioneers has officially used all their bowlers that they have in play. Now, I think Austin, we know him as vastly experienced, so what would be at the back of his mind is, you know what, I just want to stop you guys on 66 runs that they have on the board, and then we definitely they will have a good batting day. The sun is already out, the pitch is becoming a little bit much hard, so definitely the outfield will be running much faster.
Definitely 66 runs for lots of 4 wickets. 60 runs for lots of 4 wickets. Last over, Austin Aregan coming from the football field end. What Austin could not do with Unilag cricket team, let's see whether he could do it with Pioneers.
I think his loyalty is more into the Howzat Pioneers Cricket Club than the University of Lagos cricket team. He has played all his cricketing careers right from playing from secondary school down to age group cricket. He has played all his club cricket in Nigeria for Howzat Pioneers, and that's a no ball. Oh, that was a lovely catch, but it was a no ball. No ball taken. I think the umpires are asking why is there no ball. There's a discussion. Oh, 6 fielders outside. You can see the umpire telling him that you have 6 fielders outside. 6 fielders are currently outside, and now Austin needs to readjust his field. The batters played Alabi, I beg your pardon, the captain of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club played that shot straight towards deep extra covers. It was a lovely catch there, but it was a no ball.
That could have been just 5 runs.
Exactly.
But then it's just one. No, two runs because they just 2 runs. Well, 3 is different from 2. You know, they say 3 runs, and that's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, he couldn't take advantage of that free hit being bowled. Austin now trying to urge himself, you know what, quickly, let me just get done with this, and let me just get it over done with. Austin has bowled the first legal ball of the last over. Oh, lovely shot. Can Mogaji take it? Can he catch it? Takes it comfortably, right in front of us here. He was able to take that catch comfortably. Lovely bowling there by Austin. Lovely shot nonetheless by the batter himself.
Well, if it's a lovely shot, it should be clearing the fence. For the fielder to leave the boundary and walk in to get that ball meant that the ball did not have the appropriate hit. If the batter had hit the ball well, that ball should be a 6 run.
Yeah, but not to forget, Sean, this is the longer side of the boundary.
Like I said, some persons, when they clear it very well, because you have to apply your wrist and everything to it.
Dennis is the new batter going in. He had a straight once with the Foundation Cricket Club, so a couple of years ago, stayed off cricket for a long while, but now he is and joined Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club too as a batter. Can he prove himself as an inclusion into the side? Just still 3 runs taken in this over with 2 balls bowled, 4 more balls. Bowler is Austin Aregan. Dennis to Austin, experience. Plays it straight off Austin. Can Magaji stop that? Yes, he can. Picks it up. The batters quick on their feet. 2 runs taken.
What a tense first innings, and if the first innings is like this, then you begin to ask what the second innings will look like.
I think that was a loose ball on the 4th stump. Dennis was just so eager to hit the ball.
That was why he was sent in.
Should have just put his pads straight, keep his head straight. He would have found the gap between backward of points and deep extra covers. Up in the air. Can Clement picks it? Clement picks it up at mid-off, at long-off. Ooh, Austin didn't see that. He was so eager to throw it to the wicket-keeper, but he forgot that he had the wickets in right in front. He had some wickets in front of him. If he had picked that, Alabi would have been taking the walk back to the boundary, right to the doghouse right now.
But it looks like they were waiting for Alabi to actually do that damage as a left-handed batsman.
Oh, lovely shot. Straight to deep extra covers. 1 run taken. And ladies and gentlemen, Sheung, do us the honors.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first innings of the Super 6 of the Honorable GBOLAHAN YISHAWU CCC Division 2 game, we've seen Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club post 66 runs for the loss of 67 runs for the loss of 5 wickets, and the target for Pioneers to win is 68 in 12 overs. We'll be back for the second innings. What an entertaining game. Please join us.
Waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, many gist. Oh, I still find my peace smaller. Oh, but they do like say me, I know they see. Like say I know the year. Which kind person be this? Oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, and like I hate jealousy. I be dealing with enemies. Survivor. Me Onigba. Money chaser, faster than a bullet, flying like a rocket. Bad man we never rest. King of South and the West, faster than a car. Won't ever miss her. faster than the benzo. You below level, so bad vibes on the ground. Reading my psalm, I'm so biblical. I hate to look at them when they're to nigga. They won't say your nigga. They want to turn your teacher. Before you are man, oh my nigga, oh my nigga. You go there when I no get ginger. Oh my nigga, say you go there when I no get rubber. Cause my mama be praying for me, say make I get it. Oh my baby, say you go there before my suru lady. Oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, many gist. I still find my peace. Oh, you do like say me, I know they see. Like say I know they hear. Which kind person be this? Oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, like I hate Genesis. I be dealing with frenemies. Survivor, me Nigba, money chaser, faster than a bullet, flying like a rocket. Bad man we never rest. King of South and the West, faster than a car. One fever missile, faster than a benzo. Below level, so bad vibes on the ground. Reading my psalm, I'm so biblical. I hate to look at them when they're to nigga. They won't say your nigga. They want to turn your teacher. Before you are man, oh my nigga. You go there when I no get ginger. Oh my nigga, say you go there when I no get rubber. Cause my mama be praying for me, say make I get it. Oh my baby, say you go there before my suru lady. Yeah, what be shoulder? Yeah, what be?
Timmy J on the track.
Waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, many gist. Oh, I still find my peace smaller. Oh, but they do like say me, I know they see. Like say I know they hear. Which kind person be this? Oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, and like I hate Genesis. I be dealing with frenemies. Survivor, me Nigba, money chaser, faster than a bullet, flying like a rocket. Bad man we never rest. King of South and the West, faster than a car. One fever missile, faster than a benzo. You below level, so bad vibes on the ground. Reading my psalm, I'm so biblical. I hate to look at them when they're to nigga. They won't say your nigga. They want to turn your teacher. Before you are man, oh my nigga. You go there when I no get ginger. Oh my nigga, say you go there when I no get rubber. Cause my mama be praying for me, say make I get it. Oh my baby, say you go there before my suru lady. Oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, many gist. I still find my peace. Oh, you do like say me, I know they see. Like say I know they hear. Which kind person be this? Oh, waiting be this this one like this. Been through many things, like I Genesis. I be dealing with frenemies. Survivor, me unique, money chaser, faster than a bullet, flying like a rocket. Bad man we never rest. King of South and the West, faster than a car. One fever missa, faster than a benzo. So bad vibes on the ground. Reading my sound, I'm so biblical. I hate to look at them, want them to make up. They won't say your nigga, they want to turn your teacher. Before you are my, oh my nigga, you go there when I no get ginger. Oh my nigga, sure you go there when I no get rubber. Cause my mama be praying for me, say make I get it. Oh my baby, sure you go there before my suru lady. Yeah, what me shoulder, yeah, what me.
Timmy J on the track.
Waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, many gist. Oh, I still find my peace in all that. Oh, but they do like say me, I know they see. Like say I know the year. Which kind person be this? Oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, and like I Genesis. I be dealing with frenemies. Survivor, me unique, money chaser, faster than a bullet, flying like a rocket. Bad man we never rest. King of South and the West, faster than a car. One fever missa, faster than a benzo. So bad vibes on the ground. Reading my psalm, I'm so biblical. I hate to look at them, want them to nigga. They won't say your nigga, they want to turn your teacher. Before you are my, oh my nigga, you go there when I no get ginger. Oh my nigga, sure you go there when I no get rubber. Cause my mama be praying for me, say make I get it. Oh my baby, sure you go there before my suru lady. Oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, many gist. I still find my peace. Oh, you do like say me, I know they see. Like say I know they hear. Which kind person be this? Oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, like I Genesis. I be dealing with frenemies. Survivor, me unique, money chaser, faster than a bullet, flying like a rocket. Bad man we never rest. King of South and the West, faster than a car. One fever missa, faster than a benzo. So bad vibes on the ground.
We're glad to have you join us for the second innings of the Super 6 for Division 2 of the Honorable GBOLAHAN YISHAWU Club Cricket Committee. Ibeju won the toss and elected to bat, thereby posting 67 runs for loss of 5 wickets in 12 overs. Aregan Peter and Agugwa Ibuka had 1 wicket each.
Please, what's the name of this guy on trend?
And Clement Amonokai. Clement Amonokai is the striker, while Timileyin is a non-striker. For the bowling side, Kelvin Agbonganegbe was a star performer, had 3 wickets in 2 overs, no maiden for 4 runs. What a super average he had. And the scalp of the bowling Kelvin claimed were those of Joseph Daniel, Yemi Amusa and Dada Tolu Alashe. Clement starting from ball 1, knowing that the target is 68 to win in 12 overs. Better bowling and of course solid batting there from Timileyin. Can they go for 2? Just 1 good stop. Gradually they are scoring those runs. 68 is what they need, and you take out 2 from the 3 balls bowled, meant that 66 more runs for them to claim their first victory in Super 6. Defending with everything that they've got, knowing that they didn't score too many runs, but they want to defend the runs that they scored. Mogaji bowling from the football field end to Clement Amonokai, one of the reliable batters for Pioneers. The 2 umpires for today are umpire Aziz Salako and Wale Adekoya. The main umpire is Aziz and the square leg is Wale Adekoya. Gone. That was a lovely catch. He had to go in with everything that he's got. First over, Clement Amonokai loses his wickets.
That was a lovely catch there by jersey number 11 puts the name Dada.
Yeah.
At first I thought he wasn't going to get up to the ball. He first hesitated right here in front of us, but immediately he was able to judge the flight and the elevation, and most people wouldn't know it's actually already windy here. So he was waiting to see how the wind was going to divert the ball, but immediately the ball still stood there. He went all out, dived into the ball, took it calmly like a proper fielder on the boundary, and Clement Amonokai has just lost his wickets, and Pioneers have just lost their first wicket. Kende Bakari is the new batter going in.
I need to say also, in addition to what you have said, which is an excellent thought, the fact that he hesitated, he later picked up. He could have dropped that catch and the ball would not go for 4, or better still, he would drop that catch and the ball would still go for 4. How he was able to dive to that ball, turn himself, and still did not allow the ball to drop was quite commendable, and that was a lovely catch. We're going now into the second over. 2 runs for loss of 1 wicket. Like we say, game day.
Yeah, sure, game day. I haven't lost the first wicket in the first over. At this over, Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club were 3 runs for the loss of no wickets. Pioneers has lost their first wicket. Very well played by Timilehi, just casually pushing that away from the fielder who was at mid-wicket. So now it's 3 runs on the board.
Coming from the wire end, Ramon, the captain, he has to take responsibility. And I just got a statistic that looks very interesting. 65 runs to win and 65 balls to be faced. Ramon coming from the wire end, the captain of the side. In his head, he'll be saying, if I cannot get the wicket, I need the dot balls. Good shots there from Bakari. Good drive, just 1 run. The prayer of Pioneers is to see Timilehi and Bakari form a formidable partnership. The captain has to think about it. If you have more men on the offside, going down the leg side, where you have little or nobody there, then you are doing your team a lot of disservice. Good shot from experienced Bakari. This is looking like an expensive over from the captain. Going by what Mogaji did in the first inning, the first over, I beg your pardon, as compared to what the captain is doing, Usman Ramon, then they are 2 different things entirely. After this game, watch this space. The other game you're going to be seeing is Mondal Cricket Club versus Rocks of Abeokuta. Very, very expensive over, and he is the captain. I think the experienced players on the field should tell him to drop the ball for now and get another bowler to come from the wire end. If it continues like this game will end in the 7th over.
11 runs in the second over. It just seems very, very expensive because Pioneers were 2 for 1 after 1, and all of a sudden the captain of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club just gave Pioneers a breathing space with Bakari and Timileyin, most especially Bakari, taking advantage of the loose balls on the leg side. Just like you said earlier in the first during the first 3 balls, you said, why do you have a lot of fielders on the offside and you have lesser fielders on the leg side and you're bowling towards the leg side?
Not even have lesser, you have little or nobody.
So he kept more balls on the leg side there, and Bakari, who was quite an experienced batter, took advantage of all those loose balls on the leg side and dispatched them, giving them 11 runs in the second over.
I want to see what would happen going into the 4th over, whether the captain will still think he can come back. I know some persons will say you want to kill someone's confidence, but he needs to have a rethink. Good running in between the wickets. Bakari and Ogundiro.
My phone.
Better bowling from Mogaji.
Yeah, I'm fine. Is what? No.
How did that happen?
Piece of me.
That should have been a run out, or better still, no run. You overthrew that ball, and that gave an opportunity for an extra run to be taken. Mogaji still from the football field end, waiting for Timileyin to get set to face his ball. Good running into the wicket, in between the wicket from the duo of Timileyin and Bakari. This is to the amazement of Pioneers, but not to the joy of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, who want to avenge the loss they suffered when they met during the regular season. Bakari bringing his experience to the fore. Dead ball, as shown by the main umpire Aziz Salako, former Nigerian international. We have come to the end of the 3rd over. 17 runs for loss of 1 wicket. 3 overs gone.
So I must say that what I expected the Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club to do earlier on during the first inning is what Bakari and Timileyin have been doing, taking the board, taking every advantage of every single run they have there, and you have Fatai Fawaz coming in to bowl from the Iwaya end, soon to be the sports hostel, because we were already seeing the caterpillar there having to demolish most of the trees that we are famously known right behind the swampy area there. But very soon, hopefully before the next season, we would have a hostel there where you have teams and officials lodge before the games, and we wouldn't have situations where we'll have games late. But all in all, the new bowler for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, Fawaz, coming into bowl from the YIN, straight on the ground. Bakare Usman should have cut that off. He was right in front of him that the ball moved, and the batters took advantage of it for going for 1 run.
Information to be added to what you just said: the hostel is to be built for students of University of Lagos, and it will be a sport hostel for the athletes of University of Lagos. We all know that the number of hostels we have is inadequate to the number of students that we have. So if this is sorted out, at least sportsmen and women will not have any issue to complain about where to put their heads and them going for training as requested by their coaches. But that aside, back to the Super 6, Ibeju versus Pioneers. Fawaz Fatai, FF. He was the second best batter for Ibeju in the first innings. He scored 17 runs, while Alabi Eriola, the left-handed batter, scored 25 runs not out. Played into the sky. Can somebody get under it and catch it? Yes, he does. And Bakari finally loses his wicket, and this is what Ibeju have been hoping for, that this partnership, they needed to break it, and finally they've broken it. Now a new batter has to come in and start to reignite things. In case you have just joined us, this is the Super 6 for Division 2 of the Honorable GBOLAHAN Olusegun YISHAWU CCC League, and this is the first time in the history of the league, and by extension Division 2, that will be having a Super 6. What usually is obtainable is for us to have a Super 4, where the top 4 teams will slug it out, and that's for Division 1. But now for Division 2, we now have those teams playing against one another, and the top 2 teams automatically gains promotion to Division 1. Which 2 teams will go to Division 1? We will wait and see. In comes Austin and Reagan. The man who got the man who got that catch of captain of Pioneers, Dada, is the one now coming from the football field end. The other is coming from the football field end, and we are currently in the 5th over. And it's looking like this synchronization will continue. We have 46 balls to go and 46 runs to win. Austin Aregan having a feel of Dada's bowling. And he skies it up, but then will they go for 2? They go for comfortable 2 runs.
You don't go. I'm fine. Very well.
TD versus AA. Toludada versus Austin Aregan. Yemi gives it a chase, but they will go for 2, and then they get a comfortable 2 runs. Oh, that's 6. That's 6. That was a shot. 6. What a way to end that over.
6 runs. You don't bowl shot slow to someone like Austin Aregan, who we know can slug. Once the ball is within his arc, it just goes down to his wire. He doesn't mind even if it's the first ball or the last ball. He just hits the ball and the ball goes, and that is what he has done, hitting the ball straight up into the boundary for 6. And that 6 runs has taken Pioneers for, after 5 overs, 2 wicket loss, 32 runs on the board.
This is astronomical. After 5 overs, 32 runs on board for loss of 2 wickets. As a matter of urgency, they need to break the partnership of Austin Aregan and Timileyin. Timileyin looks like the guy who is comfortable anchoring for Austin Aregan, who is a big hitter. All he is concerned about is, I just want to keep my wickets.
This is what I expect for us to be bowling to Austin Aregan. Keeping it on the 4th stump, staying low. You know Austin wants to slug, but you keep it very low and force Austin to keep his head away from the ball, because he wants to look at the shorter boundary of the side, and this one was quite close straight into the bat.
But just 1 run.
Yeah, just 1 run.
1 run is better than 4. Or talk about 6. But at this stage, they will need more of dot balls, even if they cannot get that wicket. Oh!
Why was he diving? That was a catch he could have taken any day, anytime. All he needed to do was just stretch his hands, and that ball was going straight into his hands. And rather, he wanted to do the super sport catch. Maybe he thought that, okay, the TVs are all around him, so I probably would do a super sport catch, and then it would go all on highlight. But now he has just cost his team 4 runs by just taking a simple catch and converting it into 4.
He wanted to bring the aesthetics of cricket into it. If that had gone into his hands, that would have been one of the best catches. But he's feeling bad that he considered that 4 runs instead of ensuring that the batter was going back to the boundary. But then, like we say, we move. I just hope he's not hot. The next game that is up for your viewing pleasure, we'll see Mondal Cricket Club versus Rocks of Abeokuta.
On the best that guy will start.
.38 runs, 30 more, and Pioneers would have claimed their first victory of the Super 6. And that's what Ibeju should be working towards now, ensuring that they don't find it easy to score those runs anymore. There are several coaches on the touchline, all telling the cricketers what to do at one point in time.
His last over.
Sultan Mogaji, because we have 2 Mogajis, one for Pioneers and one for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 2. Dead ball. White ball. Not at this stage anymore. They don't need it. They need dot balls in the absence of getting the wicket of Pioneers. If there's any chance of winning. The body language of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 2 does not exude the kind of confidence you require in a team that wants to win a game. Looks like bunch of players who have considered this defeat, except something changes. This looks like a team that has considered defeat. Better bowling from Mogaji Sotun to Osina Regan. this was what we needed from Austin Aregan at the 26th Nuga Games that in Lagos said he could not offer. And finally, Austin is gone.
He would have just taken 3 catches right now. Dada. He had the opportunity to take Austin earlier on. He dropped him, but he actually did redeem himself now, and he has just taken a lovely catch. This time he didn't need to dive or do anything special. All he just needed to do was wait for the ball, and the ball came right into his hands.
Sucked it in, like we normally say. And so Austin Aregan, after doing some damages with his bats, one of which included one lovely 6 that he hit, is now contented going back to the pavilion.
Yeah.
In comes the man who has widely traveled, Ajao. Simply call him AJ Boys.
Please, let's speak for us. 27 41 runs, one man.
7 runs needed off 33 balls. Wide ball. Grace Olumide Ajao. Name looks like a feminine name. Ogundiran Timileyin is still very much in the batting crease, even if he's not scoring the runs. He's been there from ball 1. Himself and the captain Clement Amonokai opened batting and is still standing. Like the video will say, stand strong. Over up. And after the 7th over,
So,
45 runs on board.
who is that? Return bowler.
He needs to do better than what he did. He needs to bring his experience to the fore at this critical moment. In the second
23 and
over of the second innings, it was an expensive one where he gave away 11 runs. He needs to cut them down now. Better bowling, thinking about it. In the absence of getting the wicket, he needs to start thinking about those dot balls. Ramon coming from the wire end, and Ajao is facing. No run there. Two dot balls to the amazement of Ibeju.
3 dot balls.
He's thinking about it now. He's decided to act like a captain should do. I'm sure in his head he'll be saying, why did I allow that to happen in the second over where I gave out 11 runs? Appeal, but the umpire says that was a bye.
Leg by, no, yes,
Leg bye, to be precise.
That was drifting down the leg side. There was no way that was threatening the Storms, and that wouldn't have been given as a dismissal.
But we would have loved to have it as a dot ball. Yemi, I want to sort your opinion. What was that? Risky run or sloppy fielding?
Sloppy fielding, actually. Yemi Amusa could have actually stopped that ball from beating him, but he thought he was still with putting on the gloves because he's not the wicketkeeper for today. So that to me was a sloppy fielding.
Much better over from Captain Ramon. At least just 3 runs considered in that over, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah, 3. No, 2 runs, sorry.
2 runs considered in that over. Better than what we saw where he gave away 11 runs. He thought about it, and that inference between when he bowled and when he got the ball again gave him an opportunity to think about it. He bowled the second over and he came back in the 7th over.
So I'm wondering what the tactics of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club is. Are they trying to experiment bowlers, or they're just trying to find ways to get wickets out? Now they're bringing in Dennis who is bowling from the
football field,
and Dennis hasn't bowled in a long while. Why are you bringing him in to bowl?
Well, are they short of bowlers?
I don't think they are. They're just. I think the captain is running out of ideas, because he needs to understand something. Is either if I'm not going after the wicket, I have to get the dot ball.
But contrary to what Yomi was afraid of, I think Dennis is trying in that regard, considering it's been a while he bowled. Good running in between the wickets.
I expected the wicketkeeper to have actually helped the bowler out. If he had taken the charge, even if he wasn't going to get a run out there, if he had moved his body because he was standing right behind the striker's ends wicket, if he had actually put up his attitude to run, the batters wouldn't have taken that run. But rather he just stood and the bowler used his body to stop the ball, but yet the batters went for one.
Oh, that was close. Timileyin trying to go for 2. Will they get it? Oh, what's the decision? And from the attitude of the umpire, the man is in, and so they survived another scare. Grace Olumide Ajao and Timileyin Ogundero forming some sort of partnership. And to be honest, Dennis has tried his best possible in trying to bowl tidily. He's done considerably well. 53 runs and the target is 68, and so 15 more runs to go and the Pioneers would have won the first game of the Super 6. And we have come to the end of the night over. 54 runs for loss of 3 wickets, 9 overs gone, and 14 more runs, and Pioneers will have completed a double over their opponents, Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 2.
Yeah, sure. But nonetheless, we're still not ruling this game out of the Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 2. 18 more balls to be bowled, 14 runs needed. Dot balls now would matter even if you're not getting the wickets. You just need the dot balls. If the dot balls are coming, then you'll get a chance to take this game to your side. That's for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. But however, Pioneers know that the victory for them will take them one step closer to getting to the Division 1, because they still have more games at hand. And coming to bowl from the EYR end is the captain returning to bowl to see if he can break this partnership or eventually get him laying out, who is currently on 23 runs off 23 balls with just 1-4 to his name. Olumide Ajawo is 3 runs off 8 balls.
The captain must put on his thinking cap. Ramon coming from the wire end. Timileyi Ogo, lovely shot there, but just 1 run. And I think at this stage it's safe to say that Pioneers are coasting home. Impossibility is nothing, but from what I'm seeing, it will be difficult for Pioneers not to win this game. We are currently in the 10th over, but the way Pioneers are batting suggests that they will get a victory. Like we told you, this is the Super 6 for the Club Cricket Committee League, sponsored by Honorable GBOLAHAN Olusegun YISHAWU, representing Etiosa 2 constituency. But again, we have to also say a big thank you to some of our other sponsors. It's been a while I ran commentaries. This is my first time of running commentaries this year, but I still have on top of my head the SAGOE Foundation, the Pets Foundation, the CWAY,
MACA drinks.
Okay, MACA drinks. You know, so all of them deserve a lot of commendation. The Nigerian Cricket Federation, under the leadership of Mr. Uyosa Nosawaru Akpata, we say thank you very much. And on this note, we empathize and commiserate with our president on the loss of the mom. Everything looks set for the month of April. 21 and 22 is the burial in Edo State, definitely. And so we wish all those who will be traveling from far and near a safe journey and a wonderful burial ceremony. But the one that is imminent to us is this month, March 19 to 26, the second edition of 19 to 25. I've just been corrected by the man who shares Nigeria and Ghana. This is not needed at this point in time, and almost immediately I'm saying that this game is done and dusted. Not even Geoffrey Archer, not even Shivrani Shandapur, not even Ken Williamson, or talk about the best bowlers in the world, can come and salvage this game. It is gone, and I mean gone in all sense. Or is there a way out for a miracle, Yomi?
I don't think there is, General. It's just 6 runs to win in 13 balls. Run rate required is 2.77. but judging by the way Timileyin has been batting, he might just finish this with just 2 balls.
And you know, I told you, I said an 80 runs would have been a good run. He skies it up, but no, no way. They take 2 runs, and this is almost going to be over and out, and any moment from now this game will come to an end. We have just 64 runs, and so 4 more runs and Pioneers will have claimed victory. The next game for your viewing pleasure will be Mondal Cricket Club and Rocks of Abeokuta. So we are almost done. Yomi, this has been a dramatic game in all sense.
Yes, it has. I think Ibeju will go back to the drawing board and ask themselves, what did we do wrong? What should be the lesson we should have learned from this? In terms of bowling, yes, they did really good well, but in terms of batting, they need to understand that singles win matches. You don't take leverage trying to look for the boundaries. All you need to do is, if you're not getting the boundaries, use your feet to do it, and that is what Pioneers has just shown to them with the likes of Bakari, Timileyin, apart from the fact that Augustine Aregan came to hit the slug the bat. Also Clement Amanukai, but you could say that even at AJ Boris, who hasn't played cricket in a long while, has actually showed that he has the class, and now Garuba, who is at mid-off, cuts that off from going to the boundary for just a single.
Well, we just been told that the second edition of the female tournament invitation that Nigeria hosted is going to come up on the 25th of March to the 3rd of April. It's been moved by just 1 week, and according to the president, the countries that took part the last time are all going to be there, inclusive of Cameroon. So we have countries like the Gambia, Sierra Leone, Ghana, Rwanda, the defending champion, Nigeria, the hosts, and of course Cameroon. The last time out, Nigeria won the battle but lost the war. So let's see what happens this time around. One more run, and congratulations, Pioneers Cricket Club winning with 7 wickets, their first victory of this tournament, the Super 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the first game of the Super 6 of the Honorable Olusegun GBOLAHAN YISHAWU CCC Division 2 game. Like I said, this is history in the making, because this is the first time in the history of the CCC League that will be having a Super 6 game. Up next, Mondal Cricket Club versus Rocks of Abeokuta. At this juncture, Yomi, we need to take a break, and of course we'll be back. Big thanks to the 2 umpires, umpire Wale Adekoya and umpire Aziz Salako. The customary handshake in cricket is going on, and so we are done with the first game. Pioneers winning by 7 wickets. Congratulations.
And that you have it. Congrats to Pioneers Cricket Club going 1 game ahead. They still have 9 games to go, and Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club will be going back to re-strategize and ask themselves, what can we do best to get back into winning ways. For us right here at the University of Lagos Cricket Oval is thank you very much for joining us for today's game, and we hope to see you for the second game, which will be between Mondal Boys Cricket Club and Rocks Cricket Club of Abeokuta. Have a lovely weekend.